right, let's start. Gateway, do you have any news?
Hello. No news is good news. RPC runs stable last week. I am happy about that.
All right. Andrew, any updates?
Yeah, so we are still working on the two main topics for the next release. The last 10% instability, which we are seeing. For that, we will release a new keeper set version, or like a new keeper version, which also implements the flood sub discovery mechanism. That hopefully helps with a better connectivity between the Nethermind nodes and the keepers. So to rule out this as a possibility for instability. And at the same time, we're working on the Shutter Explorer. We are working with the design team together, building the front end and the back end. So yeah, hopefully next week we can show a little sneak peek on that.
On the testing side, Hive.
Yeah, on Hive we have a good progress. First of all, we have fixed all Nethermind file test. Then we have added 2 new suits for Nethermind. It's about 13 new tests. And for Erigon, fixing is in progress. Yeah. And also we have created one more PR with engine suite currently in progress. So we will also have about 20 new tests next week.
Sorry, what was this about? Engine something?
Engine suite. So like how to explain it? Engine simulator has different suites. And some of them, like Cancun and withdrawals, were enabled by default, and some needs to be modified to work with Gnosis. So currently we modified 2 suits to work with Gnosis, and 1 more will be done next week.
Thank you. Okay, so for Ethereum/tests.
For Ethereum tests, we started to integrate the Nethermind implementation for TSN on retest EDH.
Okay, I also created the repo and I gave you like permission to it, I think.
Yes, I got it. I think that we will need to have also retest ETH repository for Gnosis, because there is 2 repositories for that, Ethereum test and retest ETH, which one contains the test and the other one contains the tool that run the test. So please create another one. Sorry for saying it too late.
Yeah, what should I call it?
Okay, I will send you that on chat.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, on to client updates. Nethermind, any news?
Hi. So yeah, currently working on next release, exploring few new ideas in terms of performance and checking the stability of the clients. Currently working on that. Next release of Nethermind will be probably mid next month, something like this, but not yet decided. Just assumption.
Okay, thank you. Erigon?
So no new news from me. We are still working on Vectra and on Erigon 3. Somnat, do you have anything extra?
Nothing from me.
What about Geth?
Yeah, I didn't do much last week, but this week I was yeah, I decided to bite the bullet and start rebasing because the shadow and all the work I did was on the old 1.13 branch or revision. I don't know how to call it. So now I started rebasing on top of 1.14. There's been a significant amount of rework in the miner, so that's great because currently I'm having issues mining. So I might as well fix it on the new version instead of fixing it on the old version and then having to fix it again. So that's roughly what I'm doing. One thing that needs to be noted between 1.13 and 1.14 is that 1.14 is no longer able to full sync any pre-merged chains. So if you want to full sync the whole thing from the start, you have to use the 1.13, the last 1.13 version, go through the transition, and then switch to 1.14 and later. So that's a bit annoying, but since SnapSync works now, it's not really a problem. Might be a bit of a problem for tooling, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. So that's a bit painful to rebase because a lot of things changed, but so far it's working well. I think that's it.
So if one needs 1.13 to actually sync everything, would it be? I mean, this part actually already works, so that should be okay, right? But would it not be better to have a fully functional 1.13 version for Gnosis Chain that we can then kind of archive, but that is able to do everything on Gnosis Chain until then? Or is it enough to have like the syncing capability, and then update to 1.14 for actual block building? Should be enough, right?
Yeah. So exactly, that's the point. You archive like this last PR I opened that's called the shadow on against the Gnosis Chain repo. You archive that. I mean, I will package it and we can archive this. This is what you run to sync past the merge, and as soon as you're done past the merge, you can take the latest, whatever it is, and continue syncing and producing blocks. Like this old version will not be able to produce blocks, but we don't really care. What we care is that it replays enough blocks that you can go through the merge, basically.
Okay, thank you. Rest, any updates? Although I guess I can see Lion. Nope. Well, that means no updates for Wrath. All right. Any other things to address? Well, then this was a short and sweet one. Thanks everyone for joining, and see you next week.
Thank you. See you next week.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Next week.